Today's topic: when is a good time to go after your dreams? Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you uplevel what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and yes, your business. Now, oftentimes at the end of these daily growth hacks, I ask you to do a couple simple things, a couple calls to action to help you grow. One of those is to sign up for our newsletter. Now, if you have signed up for our newsletter, you know you get a series of emails from me directly, right? And one of the things I do is I ask you a couple questions. And so when people respond, and they do often, I take a lot of time to read those, reflect on them, and respond back. And a question I commonly get from people is, when do I go after my dreams? Now, it's not always worded that way, and I get that, but that's really what people are asking. You see, oftentimes, I don't know about you, but it's been true for me in my past, is, you look at something and you will, I want to go after that, but I need a little security. Maybe I need to make a little bit more money. Maybe it's a little bit more time. Maybe it's getting in a relationship, getting out of a relationship. Maybe it's getting the right job. Then I can go do something. Whatever it is, there's always and then I can. And so the questions come up, and it comes up often to me, is, when do I actually go after this dream I have? When do I go after the dream of being a filmmaker? Or when do I go after the dream of traveling the world? Or when do I go after my dream of trying something different, trying the career, being an artist, whatever it may be for you? And the answer is today, now. Now is when you do it. Now, all of us have different responsibilities, right? I have a family, I have a child, and so there's certain things to do. So for me, I look at my base needs. What base needs do I have to make? Do I sell my camera? Do I sell the computer? Do I sell the microphone? Do I sell my car to allow me to go after my dreams? Well, I certainly would if that was me in that position. But I would make sure my family was taken care of. Now, if I was single, I was a bachelor, and very low responsibilities, I could sleep on a friend's couch, I would go after it right away. Sometimes you do it as a side hustle and build up to it, but now is the time. Because ironically, and I'm sorry to say, but I also had an old friend text me and asking about a problem that they had. And unfortunately, this particular friend lost their spouse, their partner, suddenly from an illness. And within a matter of a week, their partner was gone. Now, how many times have they dreamt of doing something together in the past? Right? And I hate to use them as an example, but I want to use them as a real life example to drive this home to you. Right? We don't know what's going on tomorrow, the next day, or next week. We're not guaranteed anything but this moment in time together. So when do you go after your dreams? I say you do it now. Whether you have to get new skills, get an internship, work for free for a while. There's so many people that undervalue the idea of getting experience. Sometimes you have to hustle, and sometimes that hustle is not getting paid, right? You work for free as an apprentice, as an intern, as somebody, you find a mentor, and you just say, hey, how can I work with you? What can I do for you? I've done it in the past where, in my early 20s, where I couldn't afford certain coaches, but I was just found ways to bring just massive value to them. And in return, they just started to spend time with me, and I just was able to soak up all their wisdom. And that might be something you can do. If you want to be an aspiring artist, maybe it's a painter, right? Maybe that's something you just want to do. It's part of your story that you want to live into. Well, why couldn't you find somebody else that is a painter, or grab your paintings and bring them to an art gallery, or a frame shop, right? And say, hey, look, people need frames. These are great displays. Start off wherever you can. Maybe you want to be a filmmaker. Maybe you're a photographer, right? You just don't know where to start. Well, I can tell you most business owners need photographers and videographers, right? But it's a mutual trade-off. You need that experience. So work with them, work for them for free or a very low dollar amount. There's tons of stories. Gary Vaynerchuk has D-Rock, and a lot of other people do. And they'll say, hey, look, in that scenario, that videographer took years to develop themselves, working for free, sleeping on couches just to get secured in that position. And now they're living their dream. So if you start today, you'll be able to live into it and live the author of your own story lifestyle. I hope this is helpful for you. As I said, I love the emails that are coming in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's because you're not on the Author of Your Own Story newsletter. So go over there right now and subscribe. It's just one more thing to up-level you and just to keep you in that conversation. And I'm going to ask you to do something else. Share this with 3 people that you enjoy having conversations that matter with. Just 3. Very simple, and do that right now as well. And the third and last thing I'm going to ask you to do is go inspire someone simply by living your dreams and living the author of your own story lifestyle. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below, and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.